What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, bringing you that Zoodiac Tri-Brigade build that I showed off yesterday. I made one change with my hand trap lineup and probably another change in the extra deck, which wouldn't even be noticeable, but I'll talk about that and I'll tell you why I've kind of made some changes to the deck from what you've seen yesterday. Starting off, I have two Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Everyone seems to be going back into links now for whatever reason, so I think this is a decent tech choice. This can obviously be replaced by other hand traps if you really want to. And normally, if you're not, if your opponent's not playing link monsters, you're not going to keep it in when you side, giving you extra room for hand traps, for whatever more specific stuff that you need. But this is where I kind of have it for me. 3 Effect Veiler. So I did have 3 Effect Veiler and 3 Infinite Impermanence, but at the same time, like, you use Zeus quite a bit, so having Infinite Impermanence kind of makes it a little awkward at times. So I, opted to have more hand traps that I can keep my hand, keep that disruption flow going. 3 Ash Blossom, it's pretty standard for everybody. 3 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. That's just what I choose. Again, like all of these other ones and even more, like no material or something crazy like that. Who knows? Maybe some like Book of Moons, all that kind of stuff you can use. But going into the Tri-Brigade stuff, I have 3 Fractal, 2 Caress. Fractal is just good just to discard it. It gives you something to put in the graveyard while adding any of it into your hand. And, most importantly for me is 3 Nerval and 3 of the kit, because these help you get resources to the graveyard and to your hand, so you need to max those out. On to the very small Zoodiac package, but nonetheless pretty good. I use 2 Thoroughblade to go with 1 Rat Pier, and then I have the Zoodiac Barrage too. So that's basically all it comes down to. I would probably run this at 3 if I could, and then Thoroughblade at 1. But that's not the case because they're both limited. 3 Pot of Desires, great draw card. I mean, again, all of these are not so important. You have so many multiples of all of them, and the rest are hand traps. You're not really ever going to banish anything too bad. Called by the Grave is a good card in general, but this is a combo-based deck, so you definitely need this card. I run 1 Tri-Brigade Assault, so I took out 1 Cuirass for this one. I think you will find situations where you need to keep these, bad boys or your link monsters on the field, and this helps you do that. And in my experience, you have at one point in your game state, because you're continually sending things with Revolt, which bring these back, and then you can send more stuff to the graveyard. Eventually, you're just going to kind of run out, or you won't need any more. You'll have as many resources as you could possibly need. So having a card that prevents battle or card destruction, pretty good to have. 3 Tanky, it's kind of a searcher for all of these for the most part. A Beast Warrior, but a lot of these are Beast Warriors, so you're going to be able to get to all your Tri-Brigade stuff, or all your Zoodiac stuff if you want to. I think a lot of people run 3 Revolt. I've only activated it twice, so I don't really understand the need. It's always searchable. You're always going to have it as long as you have a decent hand. So I kind of would rather have more consistency elsewhere than run 3 of these. Just a personal preference. The 1 Imperial Order, you don't use spell cards past turn 0, so you don't have to worry about it. And 3 Solemn Strike, it's just a really good card, 1500 to negate a whole myriad of things when it comes to monsters. Onto the extra deck, I have a Zeus, I have a Zoodiac Tiger Mortar, a Zoodiac Chakanine, and a Zoodiac Barbaro. Again, very condensed, but serves its purpose very well. I run 2 of the Link 4s, which is non-targeting banishment. I run an access code talker. You could take this out, I have Boral Sword in mine, and I took out the Link 3 for Tri-Brigades. I never used it. I never saw the use for it. So the thing is, what this deck does not do very well is assembling lethal, especially on any one turn. It's actually quite difficult. Once your opponent kind of establishes something and you can break it down, it's fine, but this gives you a real opportunity, because these can kind of special summon themselves pretty easily, meaning you kind of have that target. So if you use it to link summon, you somehow go into Boral Sword, then you have another one of these to link summon, then you can make it happen. Or maybe you have enough for lethal anyways, and your opponent just has a bunch of monsters on the field. I think it's a good tech card, and I highly recommend it. Access code Appaloosa, of course. The Link 3, the Desperate Doom Eagles, is an incredible card. Disrupts your opponent's graveyard while also kind of gaining attack if your opponent has no monsters in it in their graveyard. This is the Link 2 that searches Revolt, which you can constantly bring back, with Revolt. That kind of replaces itself, which is insane. 2 of the Fairjet, the Baron Blossom. It's kind of a play starter, drawing cards, all that good stuff. Fix your hands. The Link 2 Ancient Warrior's Oath, Double Dragon Lords. The 1 Salmarade Almirage, and I talked about Boreal Sword Dragon. On to the side deck. 3 Nibiru, 3 Skullmeister, 3 Droll and Lockbird, 3 Dark Ruler No More, and 3 Twin Twisters. I think Skullmeister could probably be replaced with like a Lightning Storm, since you do have the Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. That's kind of just a recommendation. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty standard list. I don't think you'll see too many people deviate from this. Maybe if they do, then this is a newer look for you guys. But other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.